It says Elizabeth is the host now. Hey, I'm going to hang up the phone. I'm going to switch to there we
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So you are recording. In your view, on the green bar that you have across the top, does it say something about switching host?
No. But I'll figure it out.
And yeah, and you also have to enable the screen sharing because it's currently disabled, so I couldn't take over.
Oh, goodness. All the bugs we're discovering. So if we remain the only participants, then we can totally just record this for the YouTube channel later. Problem solved.
Yeah. For the first part, absolutely.
Charlie, where's the cat?
He was in my lap throughout our whole meeting earlier, and then I needed to get a cup of water, so he's now playing on his blanket with his toys.
Good to be a cat.
So
He
keeping
acts
in
more
mind
like
that,
a dog than a cat.
Sorry, Liz, go ahead.
so this is what I see. I see mute, stop video, invite, manage participants, poll, share, chat.
Manage
participants.
participants.
Okay, let's not, please. And then all I get is our names.
So try to.
Hey, Gretchen.
Oh, hey, Gretchen. Maybe she knows. Try to right click on one of the other participants and see if you can switch hosting.
So we're having the issue, Gretchen, that...
I've got it. I figured it out.
Aha.
So now look at it. It should say that Elaine is a co-host, and I'm
Correct.
just everybody co-hosts.
You can't make everybody be a co-host?
I think I can. I'm trying.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yep, I see him popping up. So everybody should be a co-host.
Okay. So, Gretchen, is there a way for a scheduled meeting to add more co-host, or do we need to wait for people to log in and then make them a co-host?
You can do it from, yeah, you can do it from the meeting settings in Zoom. If you go to the web version and go to schedule meetings, you can add them. You can just edit the meeting and add it in there.
Okay. Now, Liz doesn't have the Zoom Pro account. She only has the Zoom. Is there a way to get her set up?
Yep, she should have it. Hold on just a second.
Dave is saying that he added me, but when I was making it, I didn't. It limited me in terms of time and stuff. Okay, that one should be all set.
Very good. So this one is still recording, and we see Elaine's both face and an announcement. So that's or her show. So that's great.
All right, I'm going to mute.
Okay. And there's nobody else here. We don't need to be muted.
That's okay.
And then Gretchen, who looks very official today, which is that
You recognize my background?
I see Larry Bird in the background. World War II medals. No, what is that?
This is the background of Leslie Knope's office on Parks and Rec.
Is it?
I'm down in my husband's office and have a full green screen set up. I could have a full array of studio lighting if I wanted it, but I just have the window open instead.
Aha. So Liz, after Gretchen gets you set up, you could just log into the web-based version and add co-host there, if that makes sense.
She's already signed up with that.
Oh, good.
when you sign in, Liz, are you sign in with Google and then linking your Google account? Because I wonder if that might be.
The Hudson one, that's how I built it. But so what I think happened is I did them, and then I think Dave gave me the access.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Because he's saying now that I have that too. And when I signed in, it still limits me. Even this morning when I signed in to try to fix things, it doesn't say that, and I signed in with my Hudson account, it doesn't say that I have the Pro. In fact, there's a thing at the top that says, sorry, go ahead.
No, tell me what you see.
It says that, it actually says I can only do 40-minute sessions for 3 or more people because then it invites you to upgrade.
So, but when you sign in, I would just make sure that you don't just plug in, like when you sign in, it says email and password.
Yep.
Don't plug in your Hudson email and password there. You want to scroll down and click sign in with Google. And when you sign in with Google, then it links your accounts.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I'll do that next time.
Yeah. But I do see your meetings. So, I mean, I can edit them too because I have that power. Do you want me to add everyone as co-hosts?
Yeah.
If that's possible, that'd be fantastic. Thank you.
I just did it to this one, but yes.
I'll do the future ones while we're here.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gretchen.
No problem.
Back to mute.
You want the whole team here listed?
If we could, in house as well, because we talked about in case something happens, like if Liz's if Liz's internet goes down later, Elaine would be able to step in and sort of finish the live thing if we had any participants, and then we could do a clean recording later. But if we didn't have that shared co-hosting, that would be challenging. So we thought we'd just put everyone in there.
Yep. Are you Alan T or Alan T something else?
I am Alan TR. There is an Alan T somewhere on campus, and that kid must hate me.
I get it for Gretchen. So, like, whenever Gretchen shows up, all of a sudden I'll get, like, one time we had a student, we had Gretchen Fall Sawyer, and so I would get emails. I got packages for her. So it tells you that they look at first names a lot, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so we are now 5 minutes in, and it does not look like we're going to have any faculty that sort of take us up on this offer. Oh, who is that? Is that your cat?
Oh my gosh, adorable.
The pesky mute's on, Liz. Is that your cat?
No, it's my friend.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, that's a cute cat.
Tell me about the ears. What kind of cat is that? It's like Dumbo. It's going to take off with those things.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Do they have the little tufts? Is it part coon?
So I don't know. It doesn't say here. I'm going to message her and ask.
We should have a session of just cat pictures. Have faculty share their cat pictures.
Do
So
we
I
want,
know that she used to raise Bengals. Do you think it's possible that it's, I don't know.
Everyone needs to get Instagram, and we need to send back and forth cat pictures and cat videos.
I
I have a quick question about the one for tomorrow. Do you want me to include Matt Holzapfel as a host?
Yes, please. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So I am going to step out because I have another meeting, and it doesn't look like we're going to have any faculty. Go ahead, Lane.
So question, do you want this recorded in Zoom, or do you want this recorded in like Screencast-O-Matic?
I would stay on Zoom until at least quarter past, because we said that these were going to be 15-minute things. And so you're going to have a window to actually just record it right now. Unless, Gretchen, is there a way to edit a Zoom? There is. When it posts up to Zoom, you just sort of adjust the slidey things so you're only getting that 15-minute window that you want. So, Elaine, if you want to go ahead and just sort of go through this and then let it process in the cloud, but before we sort of share the link, there's a way to truncate it so we can take out all of our Jabber and cat photos and just have the session that you want. Does that make sense? and that way you're not having to record it again later. And that also lets Gretchen do sort of like the quick live demo as well, and we'll just get it all done.
Okay.
And then we'll recycle, get ready for the next one at 11.
Okay. Quick question to Gretchen. On the editing, anytime I've ever edited a Zoom, I do it in iMovie. But because if I want to cut out a section, like if I stumble, I'll stop and start again. But do you want to just be able to condense it, or do you want to be able to, how do we want to do the editing is my question for you, Gretchen.
I would just say, I mean, the thing we want here is timeliness. So I would just say, don't worry about stumbling. Don't worry about don't worry about that kind of stuff. We can just trim off this front part of getting set up, and then if the, you know, we can do it that way. And while you're doing it too, you can use, like, if I'll do it when I do my demo, I can use the cursor highlighter and stuff like that to add in features and things like that. Just
okay, and so from your perspective, it would be smarter for you to do the live demo part. I'll just turn it over to you, right?
Yep.
And then it's consistent. It's just, this is the format that we use. And if you make mistakes, smile, giggle, own it, fix it, and move on. We're human, and faculty want, they want to hear it from us. And so be us.
Okay.
All right?
So then my next question is, can I just leave it as it is here with this shared, and you see my little talking head just like everybody else is on the side? Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah.
I would add Gretchen to the introduction sort of overview that she'll be coming in at the sort of halfway through each one to talk about the practicalities.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I have an additional section that I put on my notes, so I'll add her in right there.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Very good. I am stepping out, but I'll be back. I'm coming in late to the next one because of the meeting I'm in, but I wish everybody good luck, and I'll touch base throughout the day.
Okay.
Good to see everybody.
Thanks. Ready to roll?
Sure.
Here we go. Good morning and welcome to the Zoom session on using announcements to promote student engagement. I'm Dr. Elaine Bartley, and I'm the newest member of the Office of Assessment team. We're glad you're here. During this session, we will share the conceptual purpose of announcements, ideas to increase student engagement, currently available resources to further support your efforts, and then end with a live how-to demonstration of the Canvas tool, where Dr. Gretchen Schaefer will take over and do that portion.
Not a doctor.
I'm sorry?
I'm not a doctor, but thanks.
Oh, okay, so we'll start again, and I'll take that right out. I take that right out.
Don't
My
worry about it.
apologies. My apologies, Gretchen. Good morning, and welcome to the Zoom session on using announcements to promote student engagement. I'm Dr. Elaine Bartley, and I'm the newest member of the Office of Assessment team. We're glad you're here. During this session, we will share the conceptual purpose of announcements, ideas to increase student engagement, currently available resources to further support your efforts, and then end with a live how-to demonstration of the Canvas tool done by Gretchen Schaefer. During the first part of each of the Zoom sessions, if you have specific questions you'd like to ask, please use the chat section, or other members of our team will be there to answer your question. Or if you'd prefer, after Gretchen is done with the live demonstration, we'll open it up to live Q&A. All of today's Zoom sessions are being recorded to the cloud and will be available for repeated access by tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get underway. The use of announcements. Conceptually speaking, announcements allow you to show your ongoing presence and commitment to your students' learning. In addition, they provide timely and supportive input or feedback for what your students are doing and learning. And specifically, they can establish reminders of expectations and any new routines. We know that right now things are a bit odd, and so frequent reminders of how to get back on track or what's coming up are greatly appreciated by students and all involved. Husson's recommendations for announcements are that as faculty members, We will use announcements to do at least these things. At the beginning of each week, clearly preview your expectations for the week. We know in a normal class this may or may not be necessary, but right now, while things are bizarre and a bit off kilter, then having that weekly reminder can be a great help to students. Remind them of things like due dates and pending work, or note any changes to the syllabus or any of your typical course expectations. And then at the end of the week, it's great to clear up misconceptions, celebrate their successes, or review the new knowledge and skills that they have learned. These are the kinds of things that would be perfect for an announcement. Another thing that you can do with announcements is to promote student accountability and engagement. There are some, outside of the content that you're going to put in your announcement, there are options that you can do in your settings to make sure your students are cueing in or paying attention to these announcements. So for example, if you wanted to remind them of expectations and new routines, there are some settings that you can do to make sure they cued into that. I'm going to jump to a slide right now so you can see. Here's a screenshot of a typical announcement window in the Canvas environment. To the left, you see the full screen. To the right, you see down at the bottom, there are some additional options for when you post it. And there are 3 things here that can help you make sure your students are engaged with each of your announcements. You can allow them to like the announcement. You can allow them to post comments. And then this last one, delayed posting, is both for them and for you. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. So for example, with the like setting, if you want to be sure a student has read an announcement and knows what's going on, then you can simply choose that like setting, and it forces the student to, and in the body of your message, you would tell your students something like, to make sure that you've seen this announcement, please go and like it for me. That's how I'll check that you've seen it. And so it's just a way for you to interact with your students and hold them accountable for paying attention to the details. A simple like can be a very quick thing for a student to do. You could also use the setting which is comment, allow for comments. That's a little bit more in depth, but also allows you to stay engaged with the students. And it gives you the opportunity to, in the body of your message, say something like, if you have a question about this announcement or something that's unclear, please post a comment. And so you can use comments as a way to stay keeping your students engaged. And then that last option I pointed to was the delayed posting setting. And I'm going to go to a specific screenshot there so you can see. Notice to the right, on the right-hand side, we have a few announcements that this faculty member has already created, and then set the delayed setting so that they don't have to be online at that moment when that message needs to go out. But you can look to the body of the message and see that they've done things that are very encouraging. They've done some foreshadowing of new concepts that are coming up, and they've praised them or given success notes for what's been happening in the past, even though they haven't happened yet. So that delayed setting allows you to think to the future, get yourself prepared, but then doesn't require you to be there 24/7. So that's another great tool that you can use. So these are all different ways that the announcement tool within Canvas can allow you to hold your students accountable and keep on track and not get lost. We currently have some available resources that have been shared with you multiple times, but we just want to bring them back to your attention right now. And that is, the Office of Online and Extended Learning has a YouTube channel. They have a series of videos and resources for you there to deal with any number of aspects of the Canvas environment. Please avail yourself of those videos at your leisure. The other thing is, Gretchen has established an online preparedness resource course in the Canvas environment that we have all been invited to participate in. And there are great resources in there as well. Recently this week, you received a handout from the provost with various online expectations. And in that were the links to these various Zoom sessions. And then lastly, the Canvas community has created small, short video how-tos on various tools as well. And we've linked to some of those in that PDF document, and you can see them here. So there are several resources. Find the one that fits you best and then take advantage of those. It's now time for the live demonstration of the tool, and at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Gretchen. Thanks.
Hello. So I'm going to show an exemplar course and how some folks are using announcements. And so this is not a live course, but what it is I'm going to pull it up here. A course that is being used by permission. There's no student info in here. So this is just a demo course for demo purposes only. So you can see here where the announcements are. One of the things that is nice, let me see here. Here the instructor is answering that there were some questions. Here's a link to the Kahoot, and this is just a really brief information. So what this is I had a couple of questions this morning. So what this tells me is that the instructor was getting multiple emails, and instead of responding to each individual email, she sent an announcement, and the announcement went out to everyone, because usually if one or two students have questions, a lot more have questions, and it's good to send that announcement out to everyone. The other thing that's important to know is that there is no email all students in Canvas. Instead, announcements is really the best way to reach all of your students in a class at once. So you would not use this to contact an individual student, but to get a message out to all students. And another example is, let me see, I think it is, here's an update, making sure, checking in, want to update you on the course, letting the students know what she's doing to make changes. This is a really uncertain time. And so this is a way that she's answering those questions before she gets them. And this announcement here uses, she used Zoom to record a video to say welcome and just to be that reassuring classroom face. And if I clicked on it and played it, it would play, but this is kind of a nice way to reach out to students as well. So to make an announcement, you can click on the add announcement right here. Your announcement always needs a title. Readings for this week, I'm going to say that. And you can enter your text in the body of it. One thing you want to do is not say, go to the files to find the readings for this week. Instead, you can link to them. So please read the following article to be. You can put an announcement in there, and you could link to your files and let's say agenda week 9. If I click on the files that are uploaded, it will automatically drop it in there. I can then choose to post to all sections. Most people are going to say all sections. There are a few classes that have merged sections, and if you needed to give a message just to one of those sections, you would do it in here. And then I can say delay posting, allow users to comment. Don't worry about enabling the podcast feed, allow liking. I can do any one of those things. And when I hit save, this will go out to the class, and the students will receive it in the way that they have set up their permissions to receive it. So some students will get it as a text message, some will get it as a message in their Canvas, some will get it as a Gmail. They really get to set up how they want to be notified by those announcements. The nice thing about doing it in here is that there's always a record of when you made that announcement. So I can see right here, if someone says, oh, I didn't get that, I can say, well, I notified you on April 1st. And so maybe you should check with your notifications and make sure that your notifications are all set to make sure that you're getting the information that you need when you need it. And if you have any questions on how to access the notifications, they're right here. You can set up your notifications. And students have a Canvas Basics and Navigation link under their account that will help them figure that out as well. Any questions, Elaine, that you would like me to add to that? You're on mute.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
No, Gretchen, I appreciate it. That was great. If there are any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us. We're here to support you, and we'll get through it. Take care. Thanks.